What is going on, guys? I am LaserBolt and welcome to another Call of Duty Warzone video or slash DMC. Guys, want to be able to get more kills and want to have like a audio radar? Then today I'm going to teach you guys what you need to change in your audio settings to go from not hearing any footsteps to hearing almost everybody in the entire map. There's going to be a setting that I'm going to mention here that you have to change that is going to drastically change how loud you hear the footsteps and how much of a distance you get from actually hearing them. So if this sounds like something you guys are definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated. And let's go ahead and dive in and talk about the settings you need to change for your audio. Now, my boy Tron is going to show you guys every EQ setting that you need to change on the most popular headsets like Turtle Beach, Astros, and of course the Nova Pros. Talking about Astro, Turtle Beach, and Nova Pros, I have links to the bottom section right now. Guys, Black Friday is coming out. You're definitely going to want to pick up one of these headsets. I have links down below in the description where you guys could purchase four of the best headsets that I recommend for anybody that wants to play competitive. So links are down below. If you guys do click on it and buy them with that link, it does help me out. So definitely do consider picking any of those up. But my boy Tron will have each EQ setting for each individual headset. So you guys are definitely going to want to make sure you stay tuned for that for whichever headset you have. All right, so going on forward, guys, let's talk about what settings you need to change. All right, so guys, here we are within the audio settings. There's going to be a particular setting here that I haven't changed yet that's going to drastically change the way you do things in this game, and I'm going to explain it a little bit, so just bear with me as we go through this. So we're going to skip the audio mix real quick. We're going to go to the master volume, guys. Master volume is going to pretty much control everything that the audio globally does. So this one right here, guys, I personally like to have this at maxed up at 100. That's going to be, you're going to be able to hear everything because we pretty much are able to kind of drill down and talk about exactly which one we really want to change, right? Music volume, I put down to 5. The music here is awesome. It's great, but you do not need to be hearing the music over and over and over. So the music, I turned it down to 5. People like to have it at 10, 15. I mean, if you like the music, leave it at you want. But what I'm telling you guys right now, I want my headsets to give me the feedback of the stuff that's really important to me. Footsteps, and of course, being able to hear the enemy. Dialogue volume, guys, I have that set to 20. Now, the reason why I don't bring this down fully to 0, I know some people would recommend 0 or 10, is because I do play DMZ. And sometimes the dialogue cues are very helpful. It helps you know if there's an enemy around. We probably didn't see them. So if you do play DMC or you just play Warzone, you could probably turn this off. But if you play DMZ and you're playing Warzone, you're going to want to make sure you keep the dialogue at 20. Now for effective volume, guys, this one I have set to volume all the way to 100. This is really important because this is going to allow you to hear like the volume effects. So basically UAVs, you know, all the really important stuff that you want to know if it's happening or not. You're going to want to make sure you have that set to 100. Hit marker volume, guys. This one, some people like the hit marker. I'll put it down like to 20. It doesn't really matter to me. It's mostly when you're sniping, you get the hit marker cue. If you feel like you need it, adjust it further. This is not like a game changer. But I would definitely go ahead and, you know, leave it at 20. Now, moving on here, guys, to speaker headphone device. So this is just pretty much the device you have. This is one of the most important settings, but not the most important setting that I'm going to be talking about, that a lot of people, when you have multiple devices plugged to your PC, for example, let's say you have a sound bar, or you have a home theater device, or you have a pair of headsets, or you have some headsets you use for work, some headsets you use for, you know, for playing, it's going to default to a different headset, depending on what you have your PC. Make sure you guys always double check that you're using the correct set device here, because this is going to really affect the way you actually play. So make sure you have your right device here. Mono audio, guys, so turn this off. There's no reason this should be on. Completely turn it off, especially if you have a pair of headsets. Then, guys, under subtitles. So subtitles, you have it on default. Once again, this one right here, I would definitely go ahead and turn it on if you play a lot of DMC. The reason why, guys, is that this is going to give you a couple cues of what's really happening within DMC. So if you don't have the subtitles on, it's going to be kind of like a little bit of a detriment, because sometimes you won't see something and it'll be like, oh man. So right here, you want to go into the expandable section. If you want to have it on a campaign, I have it off on the campaign. On multiplayer, I have it off. On co-op, I leave it on, and I leave it on for DMC, because DMC, sometimes there's some cues that you probably miss by hearing them, but you'll be able to pick them up by just, you know, watching the screen, right? And that we have it set to here. These two are going to be personal preference. So if we want a large, small, and this is how much you want it to show within the screen. 0 means that there is no highlight bar. I actually like to leave mine at 50 because I do want to see a little bit of transparency, so I know that audio cue is being hit. And that is based on that. Now we're going to go to the voice chat option real quick because this is part of audio as well. So voice chatting, guys, you're going to want to leave that on. Last words voice chat on. Proximity chat, this is the best thing that's ever happened with Call of Duty. So I would definitely recommend you guys do go ahead and put this on. And of course, the devices are going to be really important. What device you want to hear these stuff from and what device you're going to be using to talk. So that is going to be down here. And one thing I want to mention right here, guys, that we're going to go over real quick that a lot of people are not really talking about is sometimes your mic is going to be picking your background noise. So you're going to want to make sure you adjust this open mic recording threshold. What this is going to do, it's going to trigger a system that when you're not talking, it'll mute the mic. So you don't, even if you have it always on, if you have open mic, it's going to stay on. But if you're not talking, it won't pick it up. Now, you definitely want to play around with this depending on if you have an AC on, a heater, a fan. You want to make sure you kind of see when your mic is being picked up on the chat. And if you move that further out, there's going to get a point to it's going to drown every noise until you actually speak. So you want to set this accordingly in case you have a loud room or you're playing where there's a kid or your wife is there and she's watching TV and you don't want the TV to come out. You definitely adjust that setting. Now to talk about the setting that's going to change the way you play. And that is going to be right here within the audio mix. Now, if you have a pair of headsets, I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys have this turned on to headphones, okay? And this is really good. But one interesting thing about having it into headphones, this is going to allow you to hear footsteps very well. But the problem is that the EQ that has been set up in Call of Duty enhances the bass as well. Now, the problem with enhancing the bass is that it's going to drown out the majority of the footsteps whenever things are happening in the map. So let's say there's bombs going off, someone's throwing a flashbang at you, someone's throwing a grenade at you, there's people shooting outside. The footsteps are going to be getting drowned off due to the fact that there is so much ambient noise happening on the outside of the map. Now, that's going to drown out the footsteps. And this is not what you want. You want to make sure if you're watching this video, you want to make sure that you're constantly hearing footsteps. And what I'm going to recommend, whether you have a pair of headphones, whether you have a sound bar, or whether you have anything, go all the way down here, guys, and you are going to want to make sure you put this to home theater. Yes, guys, home theater mode, because what this is going to do, it's going to raise the volume of footsteps. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail into like the whole nitty gritty stuff, but what this is going to do, it's going to enhance the way you hear footsteps at a longer distance. It's also going to enhance them at a shorter distance as well. So whether the enemy's coming like from 10, 20 meters out, or the enemy's coming from 50 to 100 meters out, I mean, I might be exaggerating there just a little bit, you will be able to hear their footsteps more louder than you would if you had this turned onto headphones. Due to the fact that the EQ is actually boosted on the treble experience where you're going to be able to hear the footsteps a lot louder. I'm going to tell you guys right now, change the setting, come back to this video, and let me know if this helped you hear footsteps even louder. Now, with that being said, guys, I'm going to pass the mic to my boy Tron. He's going to give you guys each setting for each individual headset that you should definitely go ahead and change, whether you have Astros, Turtle Beach, or you have Nova Pros. Now, if you have an additional headset that we didn't mention here and want to know what the EQ settings are, drop them down in the comment section down below, or do me a huge favor, head over to our Discord server, link is down below, and post it there. It's a lot more easier to access there than going through the comments here, so we can help you guys get the maximum amount of audio set up for your particular headset. Also, we will be having specific settings for mouse and also controller in a couple videos coming soon, so make sure you guys keep it locked here. Now, Tron, take it over.
All right, Laser, thanks, buddy. Now, the main focus here, guys, is that we are going to increase when you guys can hear the footsteps more, because the better you hear them, the more wins you guys are going to be getting. We're going to be taking a look at the Astro first. If you guys have the Astros, now, what you guys could do here is lower your bass. And you guys see the first column is going to be at a -6. Second one is going to be at 5. Third one is going to be at 3, 2, and the last one's going to be at 5. What this is going to do is going to raise the peak of the audio footsteps that you guys can hear when you guys have this enabled. So just go to your audio cues and then you guys will be able to set this up. Now, if you guys have the Nova Pros, then they give you a more of the options to be able to modify your audio, which is the sonar. You can go in here and mess around with it, but we have you guys covered with the best settings. The main thing here, once again, we are going to be trying to raise how loud you guys can hear the footsteps. So that's the goal. So what we need to do is first, do you guys see the sub bass? We need to lower that, and that's going to go to about -12. and then we're going to go back to up to base, and we're going to go around 6, and then we're going to lower, as you guys see the number 3 dot, that one's going to be at -3, and then we're going to go to the low mids, mid range, and also upper mids. This is going to help us hear better footsteps. So what we need to do is on the low mids, we're going to go at 0. On the mid range, we're going to go up as high as 3. And then we're going to come back down to the yellow green button, and we're going to go back to 0. And also the upper mids are going to be 0. Now the high here, this is where we're going to go to +5 to be able to hear all the footsteps that we can. I mean, I'm serious, guys. This is really going to change the way you guys play the game. It's going to give you guys the audio visualization that is going to help you win more. And then the last one is going to be the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Pro Max. Those headsets already kind of, actually, they're probably one of the best headsets you guys can get right now. Now, remember, if you guys want to get any of those, the links are in the description. You guys can go there if you guys don't have them and purchase that. And at the same time, you guys are going to help us out. So the main thing here is that Turtle Beach has superhuman hearing. And that is just a game changing. If you guys have those headsets, other than that, them being very comfortable, they give you this superhuman hearing that allows you to hear footsteps from far away. So once you guys connect them and turn it on, the superhuman hearing is automatically, all you have to do is go into the, click on the mode button, change that up to superhuman, and you guys will have a game changing once you guys drop into Warzone 2.0. So there you go, guys. Those are the best EQ settings that you guys can have now for Warzone 2.0. Now you guys can go in there and rock on and start winning more. Once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to join the Bolt Nation, become part of our family. If you guys have not, all you guys got to do is hit that join button, and then you guys will be part of our family. And also don't forget to hit the subscription button for more Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Warzone and DMC videos coming your way.